Hello everyone and welcome back to another tutorial. For today, we'll be discussing the concept of tilting and outlining a number of ways that we can prevent it from happening. To begin with, so that we have a clear understanding of this concept, I'll begin by providing a definition for it, and from there, we'll get into the different strategies you can use. So tilting is commonly referred as a state of mental or emotional confusion or frustration in which a player adopts a less than optimal strategy, usually resulting in the player becoming overly aggressive. Okay, now this can happen for a variety of reasons, and there's a few good ways we can prevent this from happening. The first step that you can take is to utilize an approach of indifference, right? So things which are outside of your control are neither bad nor good. They just are as they are. So we're just going to be indifferent about them. We're not going to judge them. We're not going to emotionally react to them. We just accept them for what they are. This means we basically have to have no expectations or lower our expectations a lot, drawing our focus back to what is within our control only. So having expectations leads to disappointments. So if you're interested in having certain matchups when you're playing the game, winning or losing, the opponent's behavior, all that kind of stuff is outside of your control. And the more you focus on it and want it a certain way, the more likely you are to tilt. Okay, it's probably going to make you stressed when you see things come up that are not what you wanted. You got to kind of have a stoic mindset to how you approach the game. Accept things as they are. There's no need to control the things that are outside of your control, because that logically doesn't make sense. But subconsciously we try to do that most of the time and we're not aware of it. So tip 1, practice indifference. The second tip is to utilize positive self-talk. Sometimes when you're under pressure in the game, you might start to have negative thoughts creep into your mind, self-doubt. That can affect your performance and how you execute your strategy. So utilize some good phrases to keep you focused and mentally in the game when things are getting tough. Remind yourself of your skills that you have. Remind yourself of your accomplishments in the game. And draw your focus and attention there to keep you positive. Don't let a negative thought take you into a vicious cycle of doubt. Okay, you have to stop yourself at the initial point when that begins to happen. So you can do that by utilizing some positive phrases. Find some phrases that resonate with you very well that can help keep you on the right track mentally during a match. Tip 3 is to have a clearly defined strategy to execute. Now, this is obviously to do with the game plan for your deck that you're playing during a match. And the reason for this is it helps to draw your focus internally onto the thing you can control, which is yourself. Because that is a very positive thing to focus on. Focusing on your game plan is something that is absolutely within your control. And what we mean about that is by focusing on executing the movements as efficiently and as effectively as possible during a match. You can do that. Okay, so it doesn't matter how bad your hand is, what round you're in, what kind of an opponent you're facing. That is something that's always within your control to act upon and achieve. And by doing so, it draws you away from the things outside of your control that we spoke about earlier. So it's another way to keep you mentally positive and in a good emotional state during a match. Think of the strategy you're trying to execute before you enter a match. Have it clearly defined in your mind. And as you enter the match, look for the cards that you like for the certain rounds. Have a think about how you're going to play into a round. Draw your focus there more than anything else. And the fourth and final tip is goal setting. Goal setting is great because it acts as a positive source of energy that's continually provided to you when you're focusing on your goals. So it can help you to get out of ruts and tough times that you may be experiencing in the game. And it keeps you emotionally balanced, right? Having something good to visualize and think about is always nice. It keeps you in a balanced state and will definitely boost your performance during match times. Thank you very much for your time, and I hope to catch you on the next stream or deck guide.